What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another bang of a video from Sealy Strategics. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about guns in schools. I know it's a very touchy subject. Guns in schools. What do you think about it? Should there be guns in the schools? Should teachers be able to carry guns? Should there be like a special SWAT type unit assigned to the schools to have weapons? That is today's topic. Let's go on and jump into this topic, man. I know it's a touchy subject. It's a touchy topic. A lot of people don't like to talk about this subject. Should there be guns in the schools with your kids? Because I know a lot of school districts have school police, man, but a lot of these school police, man, I'm not trying to talk down on them, man, but hey, they just be lacking a little bit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
School officer on campus, and was that school officer armed?
There was not an officer readily available armed. No.
How do you feel about teachers carrying guns? Let's go on and talk about it. Teachers and guns in school. Teachers with guns in school to protect your kids. How do you feel about it? Me personally, I think it's a good idea. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, the teachers are going to have guns. What happens when there's an issue with a student? This is why I believe that just like anything else, if there's gonna be teachers with guns in school, I feel like the teachers should be trained. You need to have a certain amount of, handgun, AR-15 rifle type training to be able to have access to a gun. So let's say there is guns in school, teachers are able to carry guns. Like, how is it gonna be? The teachers just gonna be carrying guns on their hips, or they're gonna have guns in their book bags? Me personally, how I think it should be done is, I think the guns should be in like a lockbox, a special lockbox where you need to put in a code, probably a key, a key and a code. And there should be like some type of alarm system that if one of the gun boxes is opened by a teacher with code, keys or whatever, that the principals and security team should be notified. So that way, in case, like, say for example, there's an active shooter in the classroom, let's say it's one of the students and he has a book bag full of guns. First of all, this is why I feel like, the students should be should go through metal detectors in the school to try to avoid inside a threat type situation where there's a student with a gun and he just pulled out in the middle of class, and because the teacher might not be able to have time to get to the gun if that situation happens. I mean, realistically, because if you're a student and you decide to take guns to school and your plan is to shoot up at the school, the teachers have access to a gun, so the teacher is going to be the first person you're going to shoot. You're going to have to drop on the teacher, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're the bad student, you pull some guns out, the teacher have access to our guns, that's the first person you're going to shoot. This is why I think security, definitely security. I know it sucks. I know a lot of people don't like to think that their kids have to get searched, going into school, going through metal detectors, but I think it's just one of the many security options that we should be doing in schools. We should have metal detectors. Backpacks should be searched. Teachers should have access to guns. I seen in one school, and I believe it was in New Mexico or Texas, the principal and a couple of security people, they had guns like in special gun cases in like a Bible or like a book or something, or a special lockbox that they're walking around with a gun.
New Mexico, many of the teachers carry guns just in case.
Show me your weapons and tell me what they are.
45, sir.
45.
I'm Assistant Pastor. This is the 45.
Yes, Director of Security, 45.
The pastor carries a 45 in a case that looks like a Bible. The principal is also armed with a .38 semi-automatic pistol.
How many of you feel safer knowing that your teacher has a gun? All of you.
Anything that you can think of for a teacher to have access to a gun. Do I believe that teachers should be carrying guns on their waist in the open? No. I mean, if a teacher want to conceal carry a gun, then I think they should have that option. But it has to be on body concealed carry. It can't be like a teacher carrying a gun in her purse, concealed carrying in her purse, because you know what I'm saying, that's going to defeat the purpose of security. So I feel like if teachers want to carry guns, it should be concealed carry on their body, first of all, because the students don't have to know that they're carrying a gun on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that the students are going to know, but they shouldn't have to see it. You know what I'm saying? And if you have teachers that are not comfortable carrying a gun on their body, concealed carry, then I think that they should have those lock boxes installed, like special safes, special lock boxes installed in a cage, bolted down to the ground on the wall or something, where you, like I said, you need a key, probably a security pin or whatever, with an alarm system attached to it, that anytime this is open, there's an alarm that goes to the principal, assistant principal, and the school police or school security team or whatever they got. So that's one of the things that I think should be done. I think it should be an option. Is it going to be expensive to install these security lock boxes? Yeah. What's the price of a child's life? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it will be too much. I don't care how much. I mean, we spend billions upon billions of dollars as a country on stuff that's not that important. And things like school security, that's important. We should be spending billions of dollars to bump up school security. We should be spending billions of dollars to train teachers who want to be trained to be able to carry a gun proficiently in schools. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to have a teachers who are willing to, to not be victims anymore and be able to defend themselves and defend your kids, defend and protect your kids from an active shooter. So I think these are discussions that need to be had. A lot of people don't like to talk about these discussions because nobody want to think about, oh my God, teachers have access to guns. But at the end of the day, when you take the emotions out of it, when you take the emotional aspect, you know what I'm saying, the emotional aspect of thinking about, oh my God, teachers have access to guns, that's kind of scary, especially if you don't know about guns, especially if you're not a gun advocate, especially if you're not into, you don't know a lot about guns. And there's a lot of people that don't know about guns. They think guns are just some scary thing that just go bang and kill people by themselves. So I understand that's kind of scary, but if you take your emotions out of it and you just think with logic and common sense, logic is, you would hope that the teacher would never ever have to access the firearm from the lockbox, you know what I'm saying, or draw the weapon from concealed carry if they're proficient and they pass whatever tests and certifications and get whatever licenses to carry a gun concealed in the school. Yes, I think teachers should be able to conceal carry guns in the school with the proper certifications and the proper training. Yes, I'm not saying to have 82-year-old Mrs. Nelson carrying and just give her a gun and say, here, take a gun and protect the kids. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying any teacher is voluntarily who wants to volunteer to train, to get whatever certifications, to get whatever training they need, to get whatever license and certifications they need to carry a gun and use and handle a gun in school. I think they should have that option, because at the end of the day, if school shootings is becoming the new norm, why wouldn't you want to protect yourself and defend yourself from that? I mean, the left always like to say, oh, let's just ban all guns. We just need to ban all guns. We need to ban the AR-15s. We need to ban the 9mm. We need to ban this and we need to ban that. And it's like, at the end of the day, like I always say, it doesn't matter what law you pass. It doesn't matter what you ban. You can ban this, you can ban that. If somebody wants to do something bad with a gun, and all guns are banned from stores, you can no longer go to the store and buy a gun. If the government banned all sales of firearms, all guns are banned, it's illegal to have a firearm. If somebody wants to do something bad with a gun, they're gonna find a gun. They're gonna get a gun. Trust me. Just because you stop law-abiding citizens from legally buying guns, that don't mean that the guns are just gonna magically disappear off the face of the earth. There's still millions of guns out there. There's still gonna be guns. I promise you, the guns will be the new drugs. just like America, we've been fighting the war on drugs since the 70s, since the 80s. We've been fighting the war on drugs, and we're still have a drug problem. You know what I'm saying? America had a war on drugs since the 1980s, and we still have a drug problem. So what makes you think that if you ban guns and make guns illegal, they're just gonna magically disappear. Drugs have been illegal. Drugs has been illegal since, as far as I can remember. As far as I can remember, marijuana is starting to be legalized in a lot of countries for the medicinal purposes. But hard drugs, cocaine, heroin, the opioids, you know what I'm saying, the meth, you know, all these crazy designer drugs that they're making, all those drugs has been illegal, but they're still here. Drugs have been illegal. Cocaine, heroin, meth, they all have been illegal, and they're still a problem. So what makes you think if you decide to make guns illegal like you make drugs illegal, that the guns are just gonna magically disappear? No, they're not. All you're gonna do is you're gonna make it super hard for good people to have guns. And if you ban guns, guess what? You're gonna have a lot of law-abiding citizens now become criminals, because I'm still gonna want to defend my family. I'm still gonna want to defend myself. I'm still gonna want to defend my home, because at the end of the day, the reality is, if you ban guns, outright ban guns, and you can no longer buy a gun in the United States, the criminals still have their guns. The criminals are still going to have their guns. So which means if I'm a criminal, which I probably will become a criminal if they decide to ban guns, me and millions of other Americans are probably going to become criminals, because I'm still going to find a way to get guns to defend myself and my family and my property, my home, my business, whatever. I'm still going to find a way to get a gun or guns to defend myself, my family, my property, and business. So I will be a criminal. And I'm pretty sure millions of other Americans, law-abiding citizens right now, will become criminals. A lot of people are going to be scared and they're going to be like, oh my God, I can't carry a gun and I got to follow this law. But I promise you, there's going to be a lot of criminals. What's going to happen is the criminals are going to have a field day, because now the criminals know most people don't have guns anymore. So now I can rob whoever I want to rob. I can burglarize whatever I want to burglarize. I can break into whatever home, business, wherever establishment I want to break into, because most likely there's going to be a 99% chance that the place that I want to victimize, go commit a crime, that they're not going to have guns to defend themselves. But if I'm a criminal, I have my gun. So the criminals are going to run their streets. The criminals are going to run rampant. Sorry for interrupting the video. I know you guys are all into it, but I need to take a quick second to give a big shout out and thank you to the channel sponsors, Wicked Arms Customs and Tactical Pontoon Triggers. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for sponsoring the channel. Now let's get back to this content. If you ban guns and you take the guns from law-abiding citizens, the law-abiding citizens are the ones who are keeping criminals at bay. But anyways, I just got into a long rant. But back to the topic. How do you feel about guns in school, man? Me personally, like I said, I think teachers who want to train and teachers who want to have that option to carry a gun and have a gun or have access to a gun in school, I'm all for it. I'm all for it because at the end of the day, like I said, you would hope, just like when you conceal carry, when I conceal carry every day, I hope and pray that I never have to use my gun in a self-defense shooting. Every day I hope and I pray, please don't let today be the day. But guess what? If today happens to be the day, I am ready as much as I can be ready for that day, because you can never really be ready, because if somebody decides they want to rob you and victimize you, you don't know. They know what they're planning on doing, but you don't. So you're always behind the power curve. So you're never going to be 100% ready. But as long as you have some type of plan, some type of way to defend yourself, to not be a victim, to fight back, to shoot back, I think you're good. And I think teachers should have the same option, because like I said, if school shootings is becoming a new norm, then why wouldn't you want the teachers to be able to defend yourself? Why would you want your teacher to be a victim along with your kids? Why wouldn't you want your kids to have a fighting chance with a teacher with a firearm to try to defend them, to try to shoot back, to try to stop a mentally ill, mentally insane person from hurting, harming, and killing your kids? Why wouldn't you want to give that teacher who's with your kids majority of the day, Why wouldn't you want to give them that power to help defend and protect your kids? Take your emotions out of it. When it comes to firearms, people are too emotional. People are too emotional when it comes to firearms. Oh my God, this person has a gun. So what? As long as this person is not committing a crime, this person is not a criminal, this person is not threatening your life, this person is not doing anything wrong, breaking any laws, who cares? Now, if this person have a criminal record of assault, robbery, burglary, selling drugs, you know what I'm saying, doing bad things, then this person should not have a gun. I'm not saying everybody should have a gun. No, if you're a criminal and you have a criminal record, you should not have a gun. I am all for that. I am all for taking away guns from criminals. I am all for disarming the criminals. I am all 100% on board. If you want to take criminals' guns, take the criminal guns. See, and that's the thing. I have yet to hear a politician say, I want to take the guns out of the hands of the criminals. I have never heard. I've been on this planet for over 40 years. I'm just telling my age right now. But I've been on this planet for a little over 40 years. And in those little over 40 years, I have never once heard a politician say, I want to take the guns out of the hands of the criminals. Never once have I heard that. All I've heard is, you, the law-abiding American citizen, you don't need this gun. That's all I've heard. You don't need an AR-15. You don't need a machine gun. You don't need a suppressor. You don't need this pistol. You don't need that. You don't need this. That's all I've been hearing. They just try to disarm the law-abiding citizens. They try to disarm the good guys. But nobody is talking about disarming the criminals. All they want to do is pass laws. When you pass a law, when you make a bill, you pass a law, you do anything with any type of laws restricting guns, you're only restricting the law-abiding citizens. You're not restricting the criminals. The criminals don't care about whatever laws, whatever bills you pass. They don't care because they're still going to carry those same guns that you're telling the good guys, the law-abiding citizen, you're telling us we can't have them, but the criminals are going to have them. Think about that for a second, man. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked, man, because it just doesn't make no sense to me how people think. Oh, let's ban guns. So you think if you ban guns, all of a sudden crime and criminals are just going to stop. The crime and the guns that the criminals have is just going to disappear magically. Poof. Just like that. Poof. You pass a gun law to ban all guns. Poof. You think the criminals' guns are going to disappear. Just like that, huh? Just like that. It's not. The criminals are still going to have their guns. I don't understand what is so hard to understand with that. But anyways, man, guns in schools. Should teachers have the option to train and be certified to carry a gun and handle a gun in school? Yes, I am all for it. I am 1,000%. I will vote with my hands, both hands, my feet, my nose, all that. I am all for it. Do I believe all schools should have a SWAT type team ready for anything? Yes. Invest in that. We should invest in that. We should invest in security. Do we need to have a special task force, a special task SWAT, you know what I'm saying, active shooter task force in the schools? Why not? I'm all for it. Let's fund that. I am down to raise my taxes to fund that, to protect the schools. Because what I don't understand is, how come we can spend billions of dollars protecting all the past and future presidents, their family members? You know what I'm saying? We have all this security protecting VIPs that from other countries or whatever. We can find a way to protect these people when the president go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The Secret Service shuts down everything. You know what I'm saying? Airports shut down security as much as they can. But when it comes to the schools, we're wide open. Like, I don't get it. Why is it government buildings are super security? Federal courtrooms, courthouses, federal buildings, mad security. You know what I'm saying? A White House, Congress, mad security. But then the schools are just wide open. It's like, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, because at the end of the day, if the politicians were all about saving and protecting our kids, that would be a topic of discussion. School security. Where's the school security bills? Where's the talks about amping up school security? Where's the talks about giving teachers giving teachers access to firearms to defend your kids? Where's those talks? Nobody ever want to talk about that. All they want to talk about is let's just ban the guns. This is why we don't need guns. Whenever a shooting happens, oh, this is why we don't need guns. No, this is why we need to bump up security at places. This is why we need to freaking make it easier for law-abiding citizens to have guns so they can stop bad guys with guns. Instead of trying to restrict us, give us more so we can help defend this Constitution and help defend this land we call the USA, man. Give teachers the option to carry guns, to train, to have access to guns. Like I said in the beginning, give teachers access to a lockbox with firearms. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, have it rigged up with some type of alarm system where anytime it's open, alarm gets sent to the principal, the vice principal, and the school police or school security force. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can react and advance to that class. Because if there's an active shooting and a teacher is hearing a shooting in a hallway, boom, 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 gunshots, the teacher go and open up that lockbox because nobody might not hear it. The school security might be on the other side of the school. The principal's office might be on the other side of the school. They might not even hear it. Shooting inside of a building. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what type of weapon. What if they're suppressed? But what if a teacher hears it? What if a student comes in saying there's somebody shooting down the hallway? The teacher goes and open up his lockbox. It sends an alarm to the principal's office, sends an alarm to the assistant principal, sends an alarm to the school police, and boom. That way everybody's alerted to this classroom. And then if another classroom opens up a security alarm goes off, whoa, that's 2 alarms going off. And if another one opens up, now you know for sure something's happened because 3 gun boxes just got open. So obviously something's happening, right? So you won't even need to make a bunch of phone calls. I mean, I'm just saying. These 3 lock boxes from 3 different classrooms goes off because the teacher opened them. Obviously, something's going down. 911 should be on the way already. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. A lot of people don't want to think about that because a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are too emotional. A lot of people are just thinking the worst. You're thinking the worst about teachers. Oh my God, what if a teacher shoots a student? If a teacher shoots a student, then the teacher should go to jail. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, you know, just like anybody else, if anybody shoots a student or shoots somebody, they should go to jail if it's not justified, if it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, like I said, the teachers should go through training and certifications. And of course, they got to have some type of mental evaluation. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, give a teacher who's on the verge of a mental breakdown access to a firearm, because then a tragedy is going to happen from within. And then they're going to be like, you see, this is exactly why you can't have guns in school. This teacher lost his mind and decided to shoot a bunch of students. No, this is why, just like any other human being, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a random person, whether it's a student, whatever, if somebody has mental issues, it's the mental issue. It's a mental problem. It's not a gun problem. Because at the end of the day, even if there's no guns in the school and a teacher loses his mind and he wants to kill a kid, there's knives. He can just pull out a knife and start stab the shit out of a kid. There's hatchets. There's little hatchets. There's little machetes. He can machete this. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have a gun to kill somebody. I don't know why people think that people only die with guns. People die with hammers, machetes, knives, baseball bats. You know, blunt force object is one of the top tier killers in America. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people think like, oh, you only need a gun to kill somebody. If somebody's mentally unstable and they'll lose their mind, they don't have to have a gun to kill somebody. We can just take that out there. We could just take that. Like I said, mental health issues and gun problems is 2 different things. If somebody have a mental health issue, yes, they shouldn't have access to guns until, you know what I'm saying, they're medically cleared. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, man, what do you guys think, man? Leave your comments in the comment section, man. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about guns in schools, man. Would you want your kids' teachers having guns or having access to their guns? Or would you rather them have like a SWAT type active shooter task force in the schools? You know, I think they should have both. I think they should have teachers with guns, access to guns, and they should have a SWAT type active shooter task force in the schools. That's just me. Every school district should have that. That's just me. But like I said, man, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I know this is a crazy sensitive topic, man, but it's things that we have to talk about. These are the stuff that we have to talk about, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys in the next episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share the video. You can, when you hit the share button, you can copy the link and you can post these videos on any platform: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? Share the videos, man. You don't have to, when I say share, I don't mean just share it on YouTube. You can share it on YouTube. I don't even know if you can share it on YouTube, but share, hit that share button, copy that link, post the videos on Facebook, man. Post the videos on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want, whatever other social media platform you are, man. Make sure you share the videos and make sure you guys hit the like button, man. The like button is free. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what I'm talking about, hit the like button. It doesn't cost a thing, man. Just hit the like button. That helps the boy out. If you don't want to help or support any other way, just hit that like button, man. That's mad support right there. But anyways, man, thank you guys for tuning in. This is your boy Staff Sergeant Sealy in the New Sealy Strategic Studio. Super happy about it. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Like I said, make sure you like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you guys get notified every time we drop another banger. But until the next episode, man, be greater than you were yesterday. We live to train and train to live. Always be ready, stay ready, so you never have to get ready when shit hits the fan. Staff Sergeant Sealy's out.